The Dear Departed, by Stanley Houghton. The genre of this play is satire. Hey folks, let me introduce you to the main characters of the play. Meet Amelia Slater, the elder daughter of Mr. Abel Merryweather. She is a greedy, stingy, and materialistic woman. Mrs. Slater can stoop down to any level to satisfy her greed. Elizabeth Jordan is the younger daughter of Mr. Abel Merryweather. Like her sister Amelia, she too has no feelings for her father, nor for her sister. She is emotionless and has an irritating air of being always right. Henry Slater, Amelia's husband, and far more sensible than the other characters of the play. Hence, he gives the logical suggestions while talking about the obituary notice to be given in the paper. At the same time, he is a hen-pecked husband, which means controlled by wife. Ben Jordan, the husband of Elizabeth, and he is a jolly little man with a chirpy voice, though humorous, but at present he is trying to be serious at the regrettable occasion. Victoria Slater, a 10-year-old obedient child, very fond of her grandfather, and she genuinely loved him. She is a well-behaved child. In the play The Dear Departed, Stanley Houghton satirizes the degradation of moral values in the British middle class. In trying to grab the things belonging to their father, the children completely disregard modesty, decency, and obligation towards their family. The play is a sharp and funny criticism of declining moral values and growing materialism within the middle-class family. Part 1. A family arranging things. The story begins in the living room of the Slaters' house. Mrs. Amelia Slater and her daughter Victoria are in mourning clothes because Amelia's father, Mr. Abel Merryweather, is thought to have died in his sleep. Upstairs, Henry has sent a telegram to Elizabeth Jordan and her husband, Ben Jordan, and they are expected to arrive any moment. Amelia is not just sad. She is busy making sure she gets the best of her father's belongings before Elizabeth arrives. She quickly decides to steal her father's new bureau, a writing desk, and his slippers. She and her husband, Henry Slater, move the bureau downstairs, replacing it with their old, shabby one. She even makes Victoria promise not to tell her aunt about this.
Victoria, don't breathe a word to your aunt about the clock and the bureau.
Victoria was confused.
We should have told Elizabeth we were thinking of buying a new bureau. Then she wouldn't have been surprised to see it here.
I was a fool not to think of that.
When the Jordans arrive, the two sisters pretend to be heartbroken, but the masks slip quickly. They did not even bother to call a doctor for their father. They immediately start discussing the funeral arrangements and the obituary notice for the newspaper. They argue about the content to be given in obituary, as they think that'll cost a good lot. Elizabeth Jordan claims the gold watch of Mr. Abel, saying that
he promised that to our son Jimmy. He was very fond of Jimmy.
They argue about who should get the bureau, the clock, and even his insurance money. It becomes clear that both sisters are more interested in the property than in mourning their father. Friends, the scene is less a mourning and more a business negotiation. Where is the humanity? Part 2. The shocking discovery. Meanwhile, Victoria is sent upstairs to get the bunch of keys from her grandfather's pocket. She comes running down, looking shocked and frightened.
Grandfather's getting up.
The family is horrified and thinks Victoria is talking nonsense. But just then, they hear a cough from upstairs. Mr. Abel Merryweather walks into the room, fully dressed and very much alive. He is surprised to see the Jordans there and wonders why everyone is staring at him. He complains that he slept very heavily and feels strange. He notices that his slippers are missing and that the bureau has been moved. The family is stunned and doesn't know what to say. What's the matter with you all? You seem struck dumb. Hello, Elizabeth. What brings you here? Is it the anniversary of your mother's death? Part 3. The Truth and the Perfect Punishment. Abel sits down and asks for his tea. He is annoyed that there's no newspaper for him. He then reveals that he was planning to go to the insurer, Pearson & Company, to pay his premium. This is when the sisters, thinking he had died without paying, realize their mistake. They were counting on that insurance money. Amelia nervously tells him that they thought he was dead. Abel is shocked and understands everything. Mr. Abel noticed his slippers were worn by Henry Slater. When caught, he returned it to Mr. Abel. He sees the moved bureau, the mourning clothes, and the hurriedly arranged family meeting. He listens to how they were putting allegations of cheating on each other. He realizes that his daughters were busy dividing his things while they thought he was dead. He then makes a big announcement. He declares that he is not going to leave his money and things to people who were so quick to grab them.
So you thought I was dead, did you? So you started dividing my things between you? I've learned a lesson today. I'll tell you what I'm going to do.
He announces that on Monday, he would 1. Go to the lawyer to change his will. 2. Go to the insurance office to pay his premium. 3. Go to the church to get married to Mrs. John Shorrock, the owner of Ring O' Bells. He will leave all his money and property to her, as she knows how to run a business and live a good life.
You're not going to marry that woman.
I am. And why not? She can appreciate a man, even if you can't.
The play ends with Abel, feeling great, telling Henry Slater to come with him for a stroll down to the Ring o' Bells. He leaves his two greedy daughters in shock, having lost everything they were so desperately fighting over. So, what is the central theme here? The play isn't really about death, is it? It's about the death of relationships. Stanley Houghton uses humor and irony to make a very serious point. Who is truly the dear departed? Is it Abel? But he is very much alive and well. Then, is it the love, respect, and morality that have departed from the hearts of his daughters? Of course, yes. Abel doesn't just punish his daughters, he reclaims his life. His final walk to the Ring o' Bells is a symbol of him choosing happiness and appreciation over a family that only valued his money. It leaves us with a powerful question. In our own lives, what do we value more? Our relationships with people, or the things we can get from them? Let's make sure our answer is the right one.